Hey everybody, what's up from Pokemon Classics, reminding you all that the classics never go out of style. Today we're breaking down the top news stories in Pokemon along with some of my own personal thoughts and commentary on each one. That is my goal on this channel after all, is to present you with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Also, as is tradition on this series, don't forget to stick around to the end of the video for my top 5 content recommendations. These are some of the best PokeTuber videos of the month. I highly encourage you to give each and every one of them a watch. Anyway, let's dive into our first story. First up, we have a recap of the 2024 Pokemon World Championship Tournament, including just a bit of controversy. About a week ago, Pokemon competitors, fans, and enthusiasts convened in Honolulu, Hawaii for Pokemon's biggest event of the year. Hawaiian culture was on full display and infused into many of the event's attractions and merchandise, including some New Worlds promos and a tropical-themed drone show. I can only imagine how cool this must have been to see in person while lounging on the sandy beaches, accompanied by the sounds of waves rolling in. Anyway, from what I've gathered, the Worlds tournament was an absolute blast, and at the conclusion of the tournament, the Pokemon Company announced the locations of the next 2 World Championships. Both events are scheduled for California, with Anaheim hosting the tournament in 2025 and San Francisco hosting it in 2026. Typically, the Pokemon Company only announces 1 year in advance. However, the 2026 location was previously leaked, so they seem to have just ran with it in a rare double announcement. Unfortunately, much of the success of the tournament was overshadowed by a pair of controversies, the first having to do with the World's merchandise being quickly bought out and resold on the secondary market. Items like Pokemon ukuleles and Bearwalker skateboards were, and still are, selling for hundreds of dollars over their original MSRP. Personally, I find situations like this unfortunate, but it has become something of an expectation for Pokemon events like this with exclusive merchandise. I would hope that those in attendance who are unable to secure one of these items for their own collections can at least take some comfort in the memories and experiences of attending Worlds in person with friends and family. I don't know about the rest of you, but memories and experiences are much more important to me than items, even really cool ones like these. The other controversy stemmed from a late disqualification of top 8 competitor Ian Robb after what appeared to judges to be unsporting conduct. To set the stage, Ian Robb had just defeated his opponent, Fernando Cifuentes, to secure a spot in the semifinals. However, at the start of the next round, Cifuentes had advanced instead. According to Pokemon officials, Robb was penalized with a loss due to a lewd gesture after the match had concluded. This decision has sparked considerable controversy, with some suggesting that the gesture was mimicking dice shaking, which is a standard component of the game. Others agree with Pokemon's decision, noting the family-oriented nature of Pokemon. Anyway, the consequences were pretty devastating. Not only did Robb lose his opportunity to compete for a championship, but he also lost the trophy card that accompanies a top 4 finish. Personally, I think it's plausible that Robb didn't intend the gesture to be lewd, raunchy, or disrespectful, but at the same time, it's impossible to know what his actual intentions were, and I can't blame the Pokemon Company for taking action, especially given the optics of this whole situation. Overall, this was just an awful experience for everyone involved, which can hopefully serve as a learning situation in the future. And to close out this story, I also read that Robb posted a message of support on X or Twitter for his opponent, Cifuentes, who went on to win the whole tournament. Anyway, guys, you'll have to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think Pokemon responded appropriately, or would you consider this an overreaction? Speaking of the Pokemon World Championships, the Pokemon Company also dropped a brief update about the return of Owner's Pokemon coming in 2025. During the closing ceremonies, Pokemon ran a teaser video showcasing new cards including Lily's Clefairy EX, Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX, and Zoroark EX, and 2 N's Rishorams, one of which was a full art. Apparently, the new Owner's Pokemon will function like those found in Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge, with evolutions only evolving from the owner's base Pokemon. The cards also feature illustrations of their trainers, much like the previous gym sets did. The end of the video also closed with a reference to Team Rocket. Fans have been speculating about this for a few months, since Nintendo trademarks and distributor listings first mentioned Battle Partners and the glory of Team Rocket. While the Battle Partners set is primed for an early 2025 release, there still hasn't been an indication of when we'll officially see the glory of Team Rocket hit the market. Regardless of when it arrives, though, this teaser video seems to validate, or at least embrace, many of the theories and speculation circulating around the internet that we would see the return of Dark Pokemon and Rocket's Pokemon, similar to the Team Rocket and Team Rocket Return sets. At the end of the video, a glitched Team Rocket logo briefly appears with a silhouette of Mewtwo traveling through it. Personally, this set has me hyped, and I'm not even a modern collector. I'll leave a link to the teaser trailer down below, and don't forget to share your thoughts on these upcoming sets down in the comments. Next, we have another update, this time from Pokemon TCG Pocket. Similar to Pokemon TCG Live, TCG Pocket is an online version of the card game. However, it has some big differences. TCG Pocket is a mobile app that condenses gameplay into short, abbreviated games and includes a variety of collector features, including special immersive artworks that can be expanded and viewed three-dimensionally. The big news in this update, though, is the release date, which is scheduled for October 30th. Based on screenshots from the announcement video, it appears that TCG Pocket will feature 286 different cards, 226 from the main set, and an additional 60 secret rare cards. The release video showcased a number of these new cards, including a Mewtwo EX with the immersive 3D artwork. Previously, we saw an immersive art of Pikachu, so this just adds some additional energy and excitement to an already highly anticipated app. Right now, the app is available for pre-registration on the Google Play Store and is certain to see more updates and media coverage as October draws near. Whether you're a fan of the gameplay or a collector, this is probably an app you'll at least want to keep an eye on. While I personally can't conceive of this game having nearly the same impact as Pokemon Go had, I expect the Pokemon Go phenomenon will at least draw some additional media attention to Pokemon the second time around. Let me know what you think about the TCG Pocket app. Do you plan on trying this game out? And what are your thoughts on collecting digital Pokemon cards? Finally, we'll wrap up this month's Pokemon news with another controversial subject making its rounds, CT pack scanning. A few weeks ago, a video went viral demonstrating how a CT scanner could be used to scan and interpret the contents of sealed Pokemon products. In the original video, an individual purchased and restored a used CT scanner and successfully calibrated it to determine the hollows inside of 2 vintage Wizards of the Coast packs. Shortly after, at least one company emerged offering CT scanning services to the masses, putting most of the community into panic over the potential implications. Now, if you've been on YouTube recently, you've probably encountered this subject just about everywhere. In fact, I made a full video myself sharing my thoughts on how this new technology would likely impact the market in the future. I'll spare you all the nitty-gritty details, but I'm not a fan of pack scanning really for 2 reasons. First, I think it's contrary to the spirit of opening packs and the mystery and excitement that accompanies collecting cards. More importantly, though, I think this opens the door for potential scams and dishonest selling practices, whether through false claims of what packs contain, non-disclosure of scanned packs, or even strategic pack swapping. These also seem to be the primary concerns of others here in the collecting community. Now, to be fair, at $60 to $75 per pack, scanning services are currently too cost prohibitive to make much sense for the vast majority of packs and sealed products out there. Some have also suggested that this technology could be used to authenticate sealed products that are otherwise lacking provenance, which I do think is a valid point. However, as processes are streamlined and more companies enter this space, those costs are likely to come down and make CT scanning much more accessible to the masses. Personally, I suspect this will cause a lot of short-term issues for both buyers and sellers before the market eventually adapts with new prices, processes, and expectations for buying and selling packs. I don't want to reopen the hypothetical can of worms here, but if you're curious to hear how I think this will eventually play out, I'll leave a link to my video down in the description below. Frankly though, I'm much more interested to hear what you all think. Will CT scanning fundamentally change Pokemon collecting, or will it just be another passing concern that never fully materializes into anything significant? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Anyway guys, before I unveil my top 5 videos of the month, consider hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. I put hours and hours into each and every one of these videos, and your support goes a long way in keeping me motivated and staying on the grind. But anyway, I truly appreciate you all for watching, so let's roll into the top 5. First on this week's list is one of my new favorite channels, Sleeve No Card Behind. This channel has been pumping out highly informative videos about TCG set history, including deep dives into a variety of obscure cards from within those sets. Pretty much all of these videos are worth highlighting, but one of my personal favorites is this one covering the best of game promos, which were some of the last cards produced and distributed by Wizards of the Coast. I don't want to spoil the video, but as you can see, it includes extensive research and plenty of visuals to bring the information to life. As a man who appreciates the classics, this is my kind of content. Next up is a fellow E4 member who is absolutely blown up with vendor POV videos. Coop's collection is known for his passion and generosity, often finding cards to give away to kids that visit his booth. He's been featured in a number of news stories and, in my opinion, is the perfect ambassador for this community. He's an all-around wholesome collector, who seems to understand that the best way to succeed in this space is to nurture it with compassion and enthusiasm. Congrats, Coop, and to everyone watching this video, I'd strongly encourage you to visit Coop's collection if you haven't already. I promise, these videos will bring a smile to your face. This next video, filmed by MimikBrew, is a collaboration with TCA Gaming documenting his extensive Uncut sheet collection. Now, if you've been around the hobby for a while, you know Rusty. He's arguably the most reputable collector and seller in the industry, with one of the most vast collections as well. This is the kind of video that doesn't require editing. It's more of a ride-along with commentary on each sheet. His collection is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm bummed that I missed out seeing it myself in person. I waited too long to figure out my travel itinerary for Collecticon, and then the CrowdStrike outage blew up my backup plans. Anyway, I'm grateful that this was all captured on video, and that I could enjoy it this way. And I encourage you all to as well. This next video is one for all the TCG players out there, but Tricky Jim recently released a video recapping the top performing decks at the Pokemon World Championships. Tricky Jim is one of the best channels out there for commentary on the TCG competitive meta, and this video is no exception. It includes detailed card lists, gameplay footage, and a breakdown of the strategy behind each deck. As someone who played semi-competitively back in the day, I appreciate this side of the hobby as well, and wanted to show some love to Tricky Jim and to all the world's competitors out there. Finally, I wanted to spotlight a video I missed from Cardinal Gaming earlier this summer. Mason previously published a video showcasing his store's ingenious card storage solution, IKEA cabinets converted into quick access card drawers. In fact, I like the original concept so much, I bought one myself. This video, however, showcases the Cardinal Gaming upgrade. Mason and his team replaced their large vertical cabinets with a much longer and more practical countertop solution. Now they have plenty of storage area below and workspace up top. Plus, it looks incredibly professional. If you run a card business and need to organize and optimize your bulk, you should definitely check out this video. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Breaking News, where we break down some of the most important Pokemon news stories each and every month. Let me know your thoughts on these stories down in the comments below, and if there are any major news stories that I missed, definitely send them my way. Anyway guys, I'm Pokemon Classics, reminding you all that the classics never go out of style. Thanks for spending your time with me, and we'll see you all with the next video. Till then, stay well everybody, and have fun collecting. Bye everybody.